Hi kids, I'm Dr. Fresh's helper and I'm here to teach you about how to make your very own lunchbox using a program called 3D Paint. So when you open this program, you will arrive on the opening welcoming page where you have to select the new tab. Once you have selected the new tab, you will arrive on a page where you have different tabs. If you look at the top over here, you will see a brush tab, a 2D shape tab, a 3D shape tab, stickers, text, effects, and a canvas choice. On your right hand side, you will see a selection of different paintbrushes for the brush tab, different selection of 2D shapes for the 2D shape tab, and different selections of 3D shapes for the 3D shape tab. So, these are the steps to take into creating your very own lunchbox. First things first, I'm going to create a circle using the 2D shape tab. Once you click the 2D shape tab, you look on your right hand side and you will see a variation of different shapes. I can see the circle here, so I'm going to click it once and an arrow will come up on my blank canvas. I will then use my finger to drag the shape across the page to make it to my desired size. I think that's a pretty good size. And then as soon as you do that, on the right hand side, there will be a selection where you can pick your color that you want your shape to be. So I want my color to be filled in, and my theme is Pokemon, so I want it to be red. And I don't want there to be a layer around my circle, so I also want it to be red. Perfect. Now, we want a rectangle across my circle. So we'll go to the 2D shape once again, select the square button, and then drag it across the page. Just like that. And then you'll change the color before you add it onto the circle, so you can see the difference between the square and the circle. You then drag the square across the circle to make it fit exactly to the circle's size. Our Pokemon lunchbox is coming along. Now what we're going to do is we're going to have another little circle, and we're going to select the circle again. We're going to do a tiny circle, not too big, just this size. But now we're going to change the color. So to change the color, we click in this button here, click, and we're going to change it to white. We're also going to change the lining because we don't want a black outer lining around it. So when it turns to white, obviously you can't see it because it's the same color as the canvas. So you have to make sure you don't click away from the highlighted box, or else you're going to lose your circle. So just drag onto here, make sure it's in the middle, and make sure it fits exactly across the rectangle that you've just made. After this, we're gonna make another circle, and we're gonna see, as I just dragged it now, the color is still white. However, we want it to be black. So we're gonna go into the fill, and we're gonna select black, and we're gonna add it onto the white circle which we have just made. We're going to make it a little bit bigger, just so it goes with our Pokemon theme. And then we are going to do one more circle, and that will be all to the layers of the circle that we have. So this, and then we're going to change it to a white color, drag it onto here. It's obviously too big, so we're going to reduce this, make it a little bit smaller. We're still going to reduce it a bit more, just because that looks perfect to me. Now, as we know, a Pokemon lunchbox is white at the bottom and red at the top. So what we're going to do for this is we're going to go to the brushes selection, and we're going to click the paintbrush selection. You can either click the paintbrush or you can click the marker. I'm going to use the paintbrush today because I'm more comfortable with that. You can choose whichever one you want. So I want the bottom half of my circle to be white. So I'm going to select the color white, and I'm going to increase the thickness. You can increase or reduce the thickness of your paintbrush. So I'm going to increase the thickness, and I'm going to make that white. See, now we can see that the paintbrush isn't really working for what we're trying to do. So we're going to change it to the marker. So at any time, you can always change whichever tool you want to use. So we'll change it to the marker, and we'll increase the thickness to about 54. This is what we want. We want it to cover the bottom half of the red circle. Don't be worried about going outside the lines, because we're going to go over the circle again. So don't be scared if you get rid of the red bits. We're going to go over the line again, and we're going to make sure that the circle still looks like a Pokemon ball. Once you've covered the bottom layer with white, you are then going to go onto your 2D shapes again. Then you are going to you're going to click circle,